Welcome to the RL Truth, where we're going to talk everything from fruitarianism to terrain model to free thinking, truth seeking, flat earth, everything that revolves around truth. First and foremost, subscribe to the channel and go ahead and click that like button. If you want to wait on the like button, I totally get it, but look, this is all about your support and me out here just honestly kind of showing you where I'm at, how I've gone through my spiritual journey and whatnot. But I start with this fruitarianism journey because it can be lonely, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna get into everything, every aspect of it, starting with the reason why I decided to go on this journey. Now, I'm about a year in, as far as, you know, my main focus being on fruit, but probably only 6 months in on making 85 to 90% of my diet as raw fruit. And look, I have my slip ups just like everybody else does, but for me, it's about understanding your body. It's about understanding how it works, how it functions, and what we were ultimately created to consume. And I have a lot of different philosophies on that, which I think can help anybody who might be on the fence when it comes to, you know, going all raw fruit. And I'm going to talk about the benefits, the health benefits that it's given me, not only me, but, you know, people in my family, people that are close to me, and, you know, different ideas that go along with it, different meal ideas, different, ways to eat from a philosophical standpoint, from the time of the day, and all that good stuff, because there's so much that truly goes into it, and we've been conditioned so much when it comes to food and diet. And I say this phrase all the time, you'll get used to this, but all by design. A lot of the things that go on in society are 100% by design, and we're going to sift through all of it. You know, this is, like I said, it's about fruitarianism, it's about terrain model, but it's also about free thinking and truth seeking as well, and sharing all these ideas. So I want this to be interactive. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to, you know, get ideas from you guys, thoughts, even show ideas. You know, you're going to get a show pretty much once a week, very journal-like. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's for all of us to grow together. I love this. It's been a rough time, you know. My family itself was your traditional Hispanic family. You know, a lot of fried foods, a lot of pork, obviously a lot of meat, rice, starches, things of that nature. And you know, my family has the philosophy of, you know, that old school. You got to eat. You come to the house, you're getting it. You're eating something. Like, we don't have events without a lot of food. And you know, I'm 40 years on this planet, you know, on this plane, and for the first 38 years of it, I've been eating shit. And that's not even talking about, you know, just meat, because I've been a vegetarian for 5 years, but I was not a good vegetarian, if you know what I'm saying. I'd eat a lot of meat replacements, you know, Beyond Burgers and stuff along that, you know, along those lines, and obviously a lot of cooked foods. And it took me a while to understand and realize that that wasn't doing my body any better. Now, from a spiritual conscious level, you know, it did a lot of things, and we'll get into that as well. But, you know, from a health standpoint, you know, I was just digging myself an early grave. And it's crazy because, like, I've dealt with, you know, when I was a meat eater, and I know a lot of you out there can relate to this. When I was a meat eater, I had a lot of eczema, a lot of headaches, serious bowel movement issues, like IBS, like crazy IBS, obviously overweight, aging fast, not sharp, tired all the time. Like, literally, I'd fall asleep. You know, there'd be times I'd drive home from my job at the time and I'd fall asleep at the wheel. You know, just, you know, not like a full fall asleep, like I'm drunk or something, but like literally dozing off at the wheel. It's because, you know, my body was overworked with trying to deal with this constant consumption of shit that it's not supposed to consume. And it took me, obviously, a long time to realize that. But on my spiritual journey, I always felt, and I'll dive more into this in future videos, I've always felt that in order to truly ascend and really reach my spiritual my spiritual pinnacle, I would have to stop consuming creatures. I have to stop eating meat, anything that's living and breathing. Now, people might say, well, plants are living and, you know, they breathe and whatnot, but conscious creatures. I always felt that, you know, in my studies of Buddhism and Hinduism and more Eastern civilization type philosophies, Eastern philosophies, you know, it all resonated with me. It all made sense. And that was one of the main reasons that I actually decided to become a vegetarian. It's right when my youngest daughter was born, I decided to become a vegetarian. And, you know, that was kind of the beginning of that step in the right direction, you know. But once the quote unquote pandemic, you know, came to light, it really showed me all of the manipulation and the false narratives and misinformation that the media was portraying. It really made me think, it really made me dive deep and realize that, look, like, I have to find the truth, the what and the how of all this. So that put me on my journey to learn more about the terrain model. And through my learnings of the terrain model, you know, versus germ theory, that's kind of where I figured out that the diet, that what you eat, that what we're physiologically built to eat really comes into play. And there's so many people I can shout out, from Lauren Whiteman in the Terrain Model Refutes Germ Theory group on Facebook, to Dr. Robert Morse, who is just a godsend when it comes to information on understanding the body, health and sickness and diet and whatnot. I consider myself a disciple of them, and I'm here to share this with you as I'm on my journey. So right now I'm on about 85% raw fruit. You know, I still have my times where I slip up and eat some cooked food, but once again, the key is understanding the body, how it works. And with that, then you can really, you know, put it into play, change your philosophy, and really get on the path towards health. So that's what this is going to be about. We're going to get to free thinking and truth seeking as well. You know, I talk flat earth as well. And not just flat earth when I'm talking truth seeking, a lot of other things as well, you know, from syncretism to, you know, the understanding the conditions of society. I call it my path to enlightenment, you know, being able to break the conditioning of everything. And with everything going on right now in the world, there's a lot to get to, so bear with me. This is new. But like I said, if you enjoy this type of conversation, if you want to learn more about being a fruitarian and the terrain model, free thinking and truth seeking, subscribe to this channel and like this video. And I'm asking and advocating for as many comments as possible because I want to dialogue with you. You guys all have a great one, and we are out of here. Peace, love, and light.